So do you also want to automatically send follow-up emails? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to automate follow-up emails with AI agent and Pabbly for maximum impact. So like you, I also used to manually send the follow-up emails, but this is such a time-consuming and a tedious task. So to solve this problem, I've simply created this amazing automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as I add the details into my Google Sheets, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me the email content, and further using that same email content we are just going to send the follow-up emails to everyone. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Sheets, OpenAI and Gmail. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video I'll show you how to automate personalized follow-up emails using Pabbly Connect and AI agent. So it is perfect for connecting with the students or clients after a webinar or a session. As a life coach, I recently hosted a powerful confidence building webinar, and many registered students could not attend the webinar. And over here are the list of all of those students. So instead of sending a generic email to all of them, I built an AI driven system that pulls the data from the sheets and generates a warm and encouraging follow-up for each individual. So let's build thoughtful automation and make sure every student feels supported to their journey. So yes, to do this, I'm simply going to open a new tab, and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on this sign up for free, and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and once I'm just going to click on this access now, it is going to open the dashboard of my Pabbly Connect account. And after opening this dashboard, over here to start with this automation, we simply have to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it's asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and now I'm just going to name my workflow as automate follow-up emails with AI agent in Pabbly for maximum impact. And then we are simply going to click on this button which says create, and as soon as we're just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by a trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm simply going to select it as Google Sheets because I have the data of all the missed webinar students in this sheets only. So I'm just going to search for sheets right over here and select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm simply going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet row. And now over here it is giving me a webhook URL, so we're just going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Google Sheets and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. So what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to copy this webhook URL, and then I'm just going to open my sheets. And after opening this, I'm just going to go towards this extensions, add-ons, and then we have to go towards this get add-ons. And after coming over here towards this get add-ons, we have to add an extension in the spreadsheet which is Pabbly Connect webhooks. So as you can see that I have already installed this extension, and if you want to install this, you can simply install it right from here. And after installing this extension, you have to refresh your spreadsheet. So it is a really important step to refresh your spreadsheet, otherwise you'll not be able to get the option of this Pabbly Connect webhooks right over here in your extensions tab. And after getting this Pabbly Connect webhooks option, you simply have to go towards this Pabbly Connect webhooks and then towards this initial setup. And after coming over here towards this initial setup, it is going to ask me for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So for the webhook URL, I'm simply going to paste this URL right over here. Alright, so I'm simply going to paste it. Now for the trigger trigger column, I'm simply going to enter my trigger column, which is C. So the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent towards your webhook URL. So for me, the trigger column is C, but for you, it can be anything else too, according to your own spreadsheet. And after doing all of this, I'm simply going to click on this button which says submit. And once I'm just going to click on this submit, it is saying setup configured successfully. And with this, we have successfully created a connection between our Google Sheets and our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now we're going to see that Pabbly is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we have to do is we simply have to click on this button which is send test. And once I'm just going to click on this send test, it is saying test data sent successfully. So yes, with this we have successfully sent the test details towards our workflow, and we're going to see that Pabbly has captured the response for the same right over here. And with this, we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now I'm just going to move on towards my action step, which is OpenAI. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI right over here and select it. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this button which says select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we are simply going to open this OpenAI API key page. And after opening this page, we are simply going to go towards this create new secret key button. We have to enter the key name and select the project and click on the create secret key button, and our OpenAI key will be created. And then you simply have to paste this key right over here. I've already created my key, so I'm simply going to paste it and click on this save. And with this, we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the AI model. So as you can see, you can select any another of your choice. I'm just going to select it as GPT-4. Now it is asking me to enter the prompt. So I'm simply going to enter my prompt right over here to generate the mail. So yes, you can see that I've successfully entered the prompt, and I'm just going to map these details right over here. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as soon as we're just going to map these details automatically, my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. And we're just going to map these details from the response of our previous step, which is Google Sheets. All right. So first, I'm just going to map the name of the student who missed the webinar and then the webinar topic. And using these details only, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me a follow-up email. For that, I'm simply going to click on this save and send test request. And as you can see, that I've clearly mentioned that I want the email body in HTML format only. So where it is going to generate me the email in HTML format only. And as you can see that we have successfully generated this. And now what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to send a mail to Ayush right over here. For that, I'm just going to add another action step. And now for the action application, I'm simply going to select it as Gmail. But now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as send email v1 right over here and click on this connect. Now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Gmail account, you can go towards this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now we have to click on this blue button which says connect with Gmail. Pabbly is going to ask you to select your Gmail account, so you simply have to select your Gmail account and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because your data is secure with Pabbly and your Gmail account will be connected. I have already connected my Gmail account, so I'm simply going to click on this select existing connection and then save. And now it is asking me for the recipient email address, so I'm simply going to map the recipient email address. Now it is asking me for CC and BCC, so no, I don't want to keep anyone, so I'm just going to leave it as blank. And now it's asking me for the sender's name, so I'm simply going to enter the sender's name, which is the name of the life coach. And now I'm just going to enter the subject right over here. So I want the subject something to be this: we missed you at the webinar, and then the name of the student. So I'm simply going to map the name of the student right over here. Now I'm just going to move on forward. Over here it is saying reply to, so no, this email is not a reply email. It is saying email content type, so I'm simply going to select it as HTML. And now for the email content, I'm simply going to map it right over here, which my AI agent generated. Now it is asking me for the file name and attachment. So if you wish, you can definitely attach the recording of the webinar right over here, but I don't wish to do so, so I'm simply going to leave it as blank and click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, yes, we have received the positive response that we have successfully sent a mail. So I'm just going to open my Gmail, we're just going to go back, and as you can see that we have successfully sent another mail. So yes, you can see that within seconds and in real time we have sent this mail. But I don't only want to send this mail to one, but I'm just going to send this mail to all of them. So to do this, I'm simply going to go towards this extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and over here you're going to see the button of send all data. So you simply have to click on this button, and now what is going to happen is a mail will be sent to all of them in a single click automatically without any manual efforts. We just have to wait for few seconds, and now I'm just going to open my Gmail and I'm just going to go back towards the inbox and refresh it. And once I'm just going to refresh it, you're going to see a mail has been sending to all of them. So as you can see, first we have sent it to Kabir Verma, Ayush Jain, Aditya Sharma, Mansi Kaur, Isha Verma, Priya Nair, Aryan Tiwari and Raghav Malhotra. So one by one we have successfully sending mail to each of them, which we have right over here in our spreadsheet. And I'm just going to open the mails and show you. You can see that this is a personalized mail. So no more generic emails within seconds, and in real time you can successfully send personalized emails to all of the students who missed your webinar. So yes, this is no magic. This is the power of automation which we created just now. And not only to these students, but let's say I'm just going to add another student name right over here. Alright, so I'm just going to go towards this extensions, Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and over here I'm simply going to switch on this button too, which is send on event. So upon switching on this button, what is going to happen is that let's say I'm just going to add a new name right over here, which is demo. Let's say I'm just going to add an email right over here, which is demo@pabblytudes.com, and let's say I'm just going to add the webinar topic to right over here. So yes, once I'm just going to add these details, automatically a mail will be sent to this user too, which I added right now. So yes, I'm just going to open my Gmail and I'm just going to refresh it right from here, and I'm just going to check for the new mail. So yes, you can see a new mail has been sent to this demo too. So yes, not only to the ones which we have already in our spreadsheet, but if I'm just going to add new details, automatically the mail will be sent towards them too. So yes, this is the powerful automation which we have created in today's video. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.